grabbed veggies, and honestly, I went to grab a cookie, and then I'm like, no. So it was, my mind is, I'm very happy where my mind is. That's, for me, that's.
What do you attribute that to? What do you think?
You know, I don't know. Something just clicked. And maybe it's the support of the group again, and, you know, being held accountable and knowing that somebody does really care.
Good.
And I am an emotional eater, and that's where I kind of fell off the wagon really bad this summer.
Right.
Because we had 2 big losses within like 2 months' time. So I just ate, and I know now that's not the right thing to do. But at that time, that's what I did.
It's okay. And then
I did.
We're always going to have these life situations. It's going to hit us no matter what.
Yeah.
And worse. And that's where, with the group, as we get rolling a little bit more, and that's why you're glad you started this off with mindset, because I'm going to offer a lot more training on that, just because I'm going through it myself. And because I'm experienced it myself, I'm able to share it better and communicate it better. But then everybody kind of gets in the same direction. That momentum starts taking over. And we'll learn how to deal with stressful situations like that. So you will no longer become an emotion eater, because you're not even going to give it any energy. You're not even going to say those words anymore from here on out, because we're going to retrain the brain because if you say it, then you open the door to attracting it, and we're just not even going to go there. But and because the group is just starting to ramp up, and you kind of knew that coming in because you worked with me before, that I'm piecing it together, and pretty soon it's going to be full blown. And I wish I had it all right now, but it's right there, and I'm chomping at the bit to do it. So but
and you had us do those affirmations, and that's a big deal too.
Yeah.
Just to keep saying those over and over, and you know, eventually your mind's going to click with it. And
it's practice. It's mental weight training. We're training our brains how to function, so that when the speed bump comes, it's just a blip, and we're on our way. We're still focused. It doesn't make us spin around and tail spin and go down. And it's training yourself to do that. It's just doesn't come natural. Just like training yourself with nutrition, training yourself with the exercise. You know, it's training, but we have to have exercise to do that. And I'm working on like a weekly plan, and a plan for you guys where you'll actually map the things out that you need to do to become habitual at them. And it's hard for you to see it until I actually show it to you. I'm just going to give you some little visual on it, but so it's going to be a lot more supportive. But right now, until we get to the point, you know, we used to do this without the Zoom. It's better now we can see each other. But until we're right there, this is how we're going to do it.
Yep.
And and if you don't mind me sharing this with other people, I want them to experience through your eyes what you've gone through. Is it okay if I share some of this?
As far as like what we're talking about? Yeah.
Okay. You worked with me in the past. Do you remember what year it was? 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
It was 3. God, was it just? It wasn't. It was 3 years ago. Yep, okay. 3 years ago.
Okay, because it was like in 17, but it's almost 3 because it's almost 2020. I'm thinking 16, but I think 16. Doesn't matter. Anyways, so you've been trained in this, and you kind of fell off, and now you're picking it back up, and the importance of the support and everything. So let's just dig in and find out where you're at right now, comparison to just a few weeks ago when you started. I know you're logging, you're tracking, but give me a rundown. Just give me a book report on how things going right now. What do you think you're seeing it's already taken hold? Where might you be stumbling? Maybe you're not. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, one thing I have noticed as well, and you know from before, I'm in love with exercise all, but now I find myself after work wanting to exercise, which to me is very odd, but my body wants to do it, so I do it, and it does make me feel better. You know, and then the whole positive mindset and with my addiction with sugar right now, I have no addiction with sugar, which is really big.
That's huge.
Yep. And there are.
Go ahead. No, go. You're good.
Well, you know, and there are a couple areas that I definitely want to continue to improve on, and one of them is vegetables. And I eat vegetables, but I want to start eating more vegetables. And I'm snacking more on vegetables, but I still I have a protein bar during the day, and you know, hopefully they're clean. You know, they have the whole ingredients in them, and that kind of tides me over. So maybe that's enough that I'm not craving like a bakery donut or something like that.
Yeah, and you said we came on about being at work and the things they bring in, or you're not being drawn or attracted to those.
Right.
Everybody else is, though, because when they set them down, they're gone like that. Remember? I mean, even when you showed me back, this year, you'll show me a picture of what they bring in for Christmas.
I was just thinking about that today, that video I sent you.
That was cool. So part of that is the supplementation you're doing is keeping your body balanced. And we're not going to go into deep what those supplements are. We just know we set that up. And when I preach this to people that, you know, we've obviously got, you know, the mindset, and then we've got the hormonal things that we can sometimes, and in most cases, deal with supplementation, eating right, and training. And if that doesn't fix it, then we go into the testing. And you saw Brenda's video. I don't know if you saw that one. First thing I said to her is, let's take this path first. If that doesn't correct it, then we'll go with the hormonal testing route. But it's already straightened her out. So it's straightening you out, because think about all the women who are not eating frequently, not training, in the office, snacking on these things, trying to go on diets all the time and eat less. Their hormonal system's all whacked out. Yours isn't. So they're average, you're not average, but the average should be you. That's what we're focusing on with this group and all the people we work with.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the norm, not this over here. But that's, you know, people get in that trap, and then you start talking to themselves. Where's the mindset stuff comes, you know, it's the cause is because of this and my thyroid, and it's my genetics, and it's my blah, blah, blah. They start blaming it on everything instead of really understanding what the real problem is, because they don't know. And that's okay. That's where I come in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's huge, staying away from that. You're eating your frequent meals. Now your calories are up. Oh, no, not up. Actually, we took your calories down a little bit. How do you feel? And I'll explain this, so in case somebody's watching this. How do you feel with what you're doing right now compared to what you were doing recently?
Honestly, because from where I was to where you put me, it's like 400 calories less, you know, and I feel good. And like one thing I'm experiencing now that I wasn't before is when I wake up in the morning, I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat breakfast in the morning, as where before I was waiting a little bit. And then, but really, and it's good food that I'm eating. So that makes me feel good too. And then that helps with the cravings too. But I'm not nearly as bloated as what I was then as well too.
Okay.
But
has your weight changed?
I weighed on Monday and I'm down 3 pounds. Which
you feel more than 3?
I do. I feel like my midsection is not as prominent as it was. So, and I feel leaner, even though it's only 3 pounds. But you know what? When you're 50 years old, I'll take 3 pounds. Honestly, I will.
This is good though, and this is the same thing with Brenda. She's going to be turning 50. She's down 5.5 in 3 weeks. And how many weeks has it been with you? It's
been 3 as well.
Right. So a pound. Now let's put it in perspective. A pound of fat is huge. Just a pound on the scale. If you're doing all those starvation diets out there and those crazy B12 shots and amphetamine speed, a pound don't mean shit, because it could have been a pound of muscle.
Right.
So we already been through that process. You training with me before that, you know how to feed the muscle to starve the fat. So 3 pounds in 3 weeks. And I bet you if we did a body fat, but we don't need to do that, because I know you're eating and fueling. And I know when you say 3 pounds, I know it's pure fat.
Yep.
You're eating all your meals. You're doing your training. You're not craving it. If you wanted to have something, you could have it, because now your metabolism is becoming faster, because you're actually putting a little muscle on while you're dropping the fat. Is why it's not showing 6 or 7 on the scale. Okay.
Yep.
And then,
and really for me, I mean, because this summer, like I've told you before, it was a hard summer for us. And I put on over 10 pounds just this summer. And so the scale hasn't gone down for me it's been quite a few months.
All right. So
I'm fine with that. I'm happy with it, actually.
yeah, good. You know what? I'm going to enlighten the people that may be watching this is, Lorie was doing the intermittent fasting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I was.
And, hey, it's a concept. Whoever was coaching her, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I just know that before a few years ago, she lost 40 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Looked amazing. And life kind of got hold of you, and you kind of, you lost your support system. And it's not my fault. It is my fault, but it's not my fault because I didn't know how to keep this thing going.
Yeah, no, it's not.
That's the importance of this group right now. So
Mm-hmm.
intermittent fasting is supposed to be this wonderful latest thing, right? You were sold on it, but they had her doing a lot of carbs on the days when you're supposed to refeed or whatever they call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, stop that. We gotta stop that right now. So I don't do any crazy stuff like low stuff and then high stuff and then long periods without stuff. And we just do balanced.
Yeah.
Your mind and everything just stays more focused and your body feels better and the process is working. Now we just take a pound of fat. So what do you got? 30 pounds to lose, you said?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
where I would like to begin. Mm-hmm.
So what if it takes you 6 months, but it's staying off for good as long as you keep doing those behaviors and habits. And now even more so because we're doing supplementation that we didn't do before, it's going to stay down as long as you just keep doing those things to support. You're good. And just like I said on Brenda's the other day is you're never going to have a weight problem again. Meaning, but with Lorie, and this is good with you, is you needed that support is what the problem was. It seems to be anyways, what I'm getting from this.
It is. It's 100% that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I wasn't strong enough to be my own support system.
So since you and I last did this years ago, I become stronger because I'm working on myself to make the system better, to bring in more things that can help mentally and physically and hormonally to make this work for everybody, because it's a huge problem. And we see it every day at work, right? How many women are overweight?
Yeah, more than none, unfortunately. And work does play a huge part in it. Because like this week, we have some big stuff going on at work. And so I'm working like 6:30 to 5 every day. And I take my food, but if we're working right through lunch and we're working through snacks and stuff, I get home and I'm like looking at my fitness pal going, I haven't eaten all my food. And then I feel bad. I know I'm supposed to eat it. And I'm not really hungry, but yet I know I need to eat it. Okay. But it's to the fact where, if nothing else, I need to get out of the meeting and just go to my desk and have a turkey stick or something. Yeah. I need to eat what I bring. And I do. I don't, but it's life. But I know I need to eat. Yep. But then I'm not eating all the garbage that's in the conference room too.
And you're aware of it. That's the biggest thing. You know the importance of it. And there's going to be days and you're going to miss. It's going to happen. It's life. It's work. It happens with me. But 85% I'm getting those meals in. Yeah. You said something when we first got on here too, is the hunger in the morning. What that means is your metabolism is revved up. And you know that from before. If you're waking up and you're not hungry, it means you're in a fat storing mode. You're in a fat burning mode because these are all little signs and signals that tell me when I'm just questioning you, I know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, even though you don't even have to tell me. I ask a couple key questions. I know what you're doing. You don't have to show me anything. But we do these check-ins because I want to make sure. Because, you're committed. It's the worst thing is somebody's committed to the process and they don't have the right tools, the information, or the path to get there. It can frustrate you and then you quit because you're not seeing the results you want. And maybe if you didn't have me here to it going, hey, 3 pounds is really awesome. You might be like, in the old days, at least, people were like 3 pounds is nothing. This ain't working. Well, it's working the way it's supposed to work. But we've been conditioned with the programming out there and the marketing, the advertising, the bullshit that dropped 30 pounds in 30 days. It makes me cringe. It makes
I bet it does. Yeah.
Especially when doctors are promoting it.
Yeah. But no, your process works. It does. And it's like, even from before, it was, I had my numbers, you ate to those numbers and you exercised, and I don't want to say it was easy, because it wasn't easy, but it was 100% doable.
Good.
You know, it really, really was. And that's what, there's, like I said, there's a few things I still want to dial in on. I don't think I'm committed, you know, as you said, but things are different in my life now than they were back then.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really want to start focusing 100%. I'm close, but I you know, like with my exercise, I remember back then, I mean, I'd go to the gym and I'd run on the treadmill, and it was like an addiction, and I want to get back there. And I think I'm getting there. It's just, things are different, but the process still works. It's 100%.
But you know what? It's different, and we adapt. Okay, so let's review the plan now. You're doing how many weights days a week, and how many cardio days, and what's the cardio consist of in minutes?
Well, the cardio, I've been doing about 30 minutes. Usually about 2 days a week. And then the weight program I'm doing is 3 days. And then there's the 2 days of rest, which I still walk every day. And I'm starting to do a lot of yoga too. And that is just because, like, the other day, my day was so stressful. I mean, it was horrible. So I came home and I did yoga, and you want to know what? My body felt more yoga the day after than I did if I was like doing really, running on a treadmill or something.
Yeah.
But I needed that kind of downtime, which, before this, I wouldn't have done yoga. I probably would have grabbed a bag of Cheetos or something, because that's how I would have dealt with it.
And that's part of your mental weight training. That's just one. The affirmations, the yoga, the meditation, the visualization. Mm-hmm. We're going to get into that. I'm going to send you guys a training on just that alone, and continue that process. But you're getting fantastic results on pretty much minimal exercise. It's not like you're doing cardio every freaking day.
No.
Right. So are you okay with the weight training program that I sent you?
I am.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll change that, but it's not going to change a lot, but we'll just change it a little bit to keep it interesting. Just like we did before. Sometimes we'll do 5 days a week. Sometimes we'll do 3 days a week. Sometimes we'll do 2 days a week. Sometimes we'll do the whole body in one day. Sometimes we'll split it up. Mm-hmm. And that's with the food too. Once you get that metabolism jacked back up, which is on its way, then I want you to have something you desire. And you know what's going to happen, as happened before. You can have it, then you're like, I don't care. I don't want it. But at least you could, and you can get away with it if you wanted to, because we've got your body's ecosystem balanced out. So let's continue with, keep the weights the same way they're doing. And I want to start training you guys on intensity, how to use them, maybe do some videos so I can show you, even though you have videos that demonstrates the program. I want you to see live, not necessarily live, but recorded, me actually pushing somebody through that. So it clicks a little bit better. The cardio, is it after work? Is it in the morning? What is it?
I do it after work.
Okay.
As we're before, I did it in the morning, and that was fantastic. But with my schedule, there's no way. So I do it once I get home.
Okay. See, exactly.
So,
it works. Let's just add another day. Can you add 3 days? So you got 1, 2, 3, the cardio. We'll just make it slow revenue up, because we might do this. We might get to where we're up to 5 days, and then we're clicking there for a month or so, and it's melting off, and then we bring it back down, maintain. Because we don't want to I just don't want to see women, people, men, everybody killing themselves working. I see guys in the gym. I'm like, how are you doing 2.5 hours? I can't. An hour. Not that I can't handle it. It's like your body does not have the carbohydrates that the energy stores in it after that. It's useless. But guys, think more is better. Just like I want you to do the least amount of exercise to get the most out of it. So that's why we take a whole balanced approach to this. So that's only a slight variation I want right now. That's all. And just keep pushing your weights higher in good form. Now, you're going to tap out, that at certain weights. You just can't lift anymore for 12, 15, 20, whatever it is. And you're never going to just keep going up and up. But you get to that maximum up there, and you just keep working at it. But then we'll change the rep range. So let's say I got to do 12 to 15s right now. We might do 20s and 30s. Okay.
Yeah.
And ladies, that might be listening too, is 20 and 30 reps. More reps does not mean burning more fat. You're not burning fat when you do weight training. Just forget it. Just do cardio to burn your weight training. I mean, to burn your fat. You do the weight training,
Right.
building muscle. And
Yep.
what supports muscle? Lorie, tell them.
What supports muscle?
Yeah.
Protein.
Yeah. So
Carbs.
food, right?
Food. Good food.
Yeah. So eating less is not supporting muscle, and muscle is what you want in your body because that's the calorie burning apparatus, and that's the tone. Your muscle is tone is muscle.
Yep. Yep.
So did you get your
Well,
go ahead.
one question I do have, in that trainerize
Nice.
has my protein to be 175. And then we talked about it being 150. What do you still want it at 150?
I'd rather that. 175 is a stretch for you. Let me look at your trainer eyes too.
It is.
It's tough. I know. 150 is tough, but let's see.
It is.
Let me see
150 is tough. I mean, and get 150. I mean, that's serious. I mean, it's serious planning.
Yeah,
you know,
it is. I mean, would it be a little bit on the high side? Yes and no. But I'm expecting the most out of you guys. So could I say 125? Yeah, but why should I do that when you guys are overachievers? What the hell?
Yeah. Well, and something I'll tell you as well, my sleep, oh my goodness, my sleep is improved so much.
Wow, that's awesome.
I mean, and the reason I know that is because last weekend my husband was gone, and when I woke up in the morning, my bed, it's like I wasn't even sleeping in it. I did not move. So then I've been checking my Fitbit, and I go to sleep, I do not move. So for me, that is,
wow.
And I feel so much better. And I'm just like,
All
so
right.
yeah, that's huge for me.
What do you think? What are the components do you think is making that happen?
The sleep,
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of everything. And I think the exercise helps that a lot.
I'm trying to get me here. Good.
And the supplements, because I'm taking a couple other supplements to kind of with my hormones. And,
Yep.
But really, I just went to the doctor today and I told him, I said, I feel so good,
Yep. It's a combination of things, but I wanted you to say supplements too, because it's has a lot to do with that too.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. Because it's crazy.
Now you've been doing that supplement regimen for 1-2 months. How many months?
Since July.
All right. You felt it kick in just recently or way back?
Well, I think it was kicking in a little bit, but the supplements that I'm doing with you, I think really just amped it all up.
Okay.
So I think it's all of them.
Which ones are we doing now? Just remind me. I know what you're doing, but I want to hear you say it.
Yep. The OPC, the vitamins, it's that combination one.
Yeah, the daily essentials.
B. Yep. And then there's a B in there.
Yeah, there's actually 8 Bs in there. Yep.
See, and that's big. Because what I did is I ordered the packets that everything's already in one packet.
Yeah.
So you just cut the tap off, and that works.
Better for you?
That works wonderful.
Yeah, they're definitely more convenient.
They are, and I'm all about convenience. So, but yeah, it works really good.
This is just taking a while. Sorry about the blank screen here. I'm in the Trainerize program. It's just spinning.
Oh, that's okay.
And you can see the screen. Do you see me? Because I only see you.
Yes, I see you on the bottom screen.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah.
All right. But anyways, while we're doing this, the protein you're shooting about 150-ish. The carbs were cycling, or I had you just doing the same flat 100 or something like that?
2 days of 50 and cycle the 2 days of 100.
All right. I want to stay there because it's working right now. You okay with that?
I'm good with that.
I'm just looking at your Trainerize. You can see my screen okay?
I can. Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure you're linked to MyFitnessPal is linked to this, right?
It is. Mm-hmm.
I should come up here in a second. Oh.
So just so you know, my days, the last couple of days are not probably real impressive.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Well, some of them are filled out, to be honest with you.
You what?
There's probably a day or two that's not even completely filled out.
All right, here's your carbs. This is Thursday, 100. Today's the low day.
Yes, today is.
See, yeah, so you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This isn't probably a good week to look at.
No, you're still pretty damn good, so I'm good with that. Your fats, it's all good fats, right?
It is. Yep.
What fats are you taking in, other than what's in protein?
Oh, avocados, almonds, and then when I cook, I use coconut oil.
Okay.
Some black olives sometimes.
And the olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Protein.
Yes, olive oil. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this week protein's down.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Bad girl. Right. So protein's got to go up next week. Right?
I know.
Monday, you're 134. Okay. 140. There we go. That was we can have this.
And last time I did the shakes, and this time we kind of agreed not to do the shakes.
Harder.
And the other day I did a shake, and I struggle with them. So I really need to. I do need to dial in. I know that.
All right. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna increase 1 day of cardio,
mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna increase the protein. Your carbs doing good. All right, we're good. And then I might have you guys tracking measurements and body stats maybe more frequently, but wait till I say go on that. And if you want to, I know you're gonna say no, but take pictures every couple of weeks. What do you think?
Take pictures?
Yeah, you're gonna put them in here. Nobody else is gonna see them. Just me.
I love those pictures.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I told you earlier, seeing these before pictures that's where I'm like, holy cow.
You know what? Your Facebook page, the profile we got with your family, that's when you looked your best, isn't it?
It was. It was. Yes.
Did. You're going back there, and you know what? You got to just keep remembering. And I want you to always remember that 50 is not old. Right?
I know.
Come on, I'm 6 years older than you. You're not old.
I know. I got to get that out of my head.
Yeah, right. So that's another thing. In addition to, you're not an emotional eater anymore, and you're young. You never say I'm old or I'm 50. That's part of the mental stuff. Okay.
It is. It is. Cause I seen somebody the other day, and they're like, "Oh, he just had a birthday." And I'm like, "Oh, I know it." And she's like, "That's a good thing." And I'm like, "I know."
And my wife said it to me the other day. Goes, when I tell my age, what do I say? She goes, "Well, tell them you're closer to 60 than you are to 50, because I want these guys to see that I'm older." And it's like, how you doing this? It's like 60, I can look better than I am right now. But see, the belief is you can't. But that's the beliefs that we're working on. It's the mindset stuff. The belief is 50 is not old today.
You're right. You're right.
Because you're doing all the right things, and you're doing things to prepare, and you got all these supplements, meaning nutrients, food and supplements, and your hormones are balanced, that you're not declining like an average person.
Right.
You put you up against an average 50-year-old, there's a difference, right? It's only going to widen. Okay.
Yeah. I hear you.
But do you believe me? That's the only
I absolutely believe you. Yeah.
All right. I mean, you of all people, because we've already accomplished good things. All we're doing is going back and recreating and better and staying there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because
yeah, I will hang in there. There's no doubt about it.
Because we're connected with the physical therapy, with the exercise and stuff right now, and what we see coming in there every day, it's, I mean, a lot of that could be prevented. Some obviously can't, but with proper diet and exercise, it wouldn't have been like that. But I do have 3 87-year-old clients, one almost ready to turn 90, and one that is 90. I mean, there are different stages and levels, but they improve. Actually, no, there's one more 89-year-old just came in recently, and I harness them up in a harness and the cable that so they don't fall, and we start just working on walking, balance, and posture, getting them to stand up straight because everybody's doing this, right? And, that's strengthening the muscles. As long as they're consistent, their body's going to respond just like somebody who's younger.
Yep. Yeah.
As soon as you start putting good stuff in here, your body just goes, "Thank you." It's like healing starts happening.
It kind of feels that way, and it feels different. When I was eating all that sugar here just even a couple months ago, I thought I was feeling good, but I sure as heck wasn't. Now that I'm not inflamed. I don't have sugar cravings, and I do feel good. And I'm working 10, 12-hour days, and I still come home and I want to exercise. And
that's so awesome to hear that.
Even 2 months ago, I would have hopped in my chair and I would have stayed there.
Yeah.
But I feel wonderful.
And it's really attacking the brain cells too. And it's like, the whole Alzheimer's and dementia, a lot of that can probably be avoided. I heard something the other day, and I got to research this too. You got type 1 diabetes, type 2, and now there's type 3. They're calling type 3 Alzheimer's. So,
really?
That type 2, I deal with that every day with people changing their diets, and they get off the metformin, and the type 2 diabetes is gone. It's a lot of it's self-induced, but we'll see what happens with the type 3. I think we're onto something here. Not that I discovered it, but somebody turned me on to it. I just got to elaborate on it more. Because I see people and their parents that they're my age, and their parents are just, they don't know who they are.
Yeah, we just went through. Yeah. Yep. But
all right, so
things are good. I mean, and like I said, this week, and I know you don't like excuses, and I don't like giving them to you, but this week was a tough one for me. But I think, honestly, I think I was successful. Good. But next week, I promise you, I will dial it in.
Good.
So next time we talk and you pull up that Zoom on that trainer eyes, I promise you it will be better. I promise.
I do believe you. And don't feel bad about it, because I'm going to get better at helping myself and you guys keep that balance, because hey, it's life. And I know you well enough to know it's not an excuse, but there are some people that I don't even consider them in the program, because they are making too damn many excuses for themselves. And they're not facing reality and telling the truth. Or if they say, yeah, I'm ready to do the program, and I say on a level of 1 to 10, what are you? And they say an 8. I'm like, you're not ready. And it's okay, because life's going to throw a punch. If you're an 8, you're going to knock you out. A 10, you're going to stand, but you're going to get through it.
Yep. You'll shake your head and keep moving forward.
So I'm proud of you. It's doing good.
Thank you.
Taking the time on a Friday evening to do this too.
Oh, that's okay. It's deer hunting season in Minnesota, so I'm kind of without my husband for a few weeks.
You should go join
him. When we were dating, I did just to impress him, but now I've married him, so I don't need to do that no more. Yeah. So.
Right. Do you have any more questions for me?
Maybe one about dairy. I know before I stayed away from dairy a lot, and now as far as like protein, I'll do a little bit of cheese. Is that okay, or should I just try to get rid of that?
Use it just like as a condiment. Just you're not in a cheese state. You're close to it.
Right.
You're close. Anyways, Lorie's from Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah.
Minnesota. How you say that?
Minnesota.
Okay, yeah, doesn't sound too up north. Condiment wise, little taste here and there, it's not going to kill you. But yeah, we went strict without it last time, but I ain't worried about you overdoing it. So
okay, and I still have my coffee addiction, but it's not horrible. 3 cups a day.
2. What's your water intake?
Usually about 64 ounces.
All right, so do this. Just bump it up to 80 ounces. And then you can have your 2 cups, no problem.
Okay.
Deal?
I can do that. Yeah. I can gladly. So. Okay.
All right. You got this.
Yeah.
You know how to stay in touch with me. You got me anytime you want. So,
Mm-hmm.
and thanks for your support in the group. That's awesome too.
Oh, yeah. I love the group.
Yeah.
I
So,
do.
and, you know, if you think somebody needs our help, and just tell them at least like that, the public page, and maybe it might spur something as I keep dumping information in there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to transition over to running with us. So,
Yep. We can do that.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. You have a great weekend.
I will, Brian. You as well.
Thank you very much.
You as well.
All right, Lorie. We'll see you. Bye-bye.